Continue with our releases. Today we are going to talk about how does the inner child in you impacts you from not having a beautiful conversation between you and your parents or you and your children. So if in brief I have to explain what is the inner child, the understanding is that we start our journey from our childhood. As we grow, what we define and what we say that you have become an adult. Officially, government says that at the age of 18, then you are an adult. And the society tells you that now that you are an adult, it is your responsibility and all. What happens at the energy level? Anytime in the childhood, as a kid, we are not able to express, we are hurt. And because we are not allowed to speak, or I'm just a kid, nobody will listen to me. They will tell me that you are a kid, you don't tell us what to do and what not to do. Or any sort of trauma, abuses. For a child, many times, trauma and abuses are not the same what today we think that they ideally should be. Even many times, when they are having their food on the dining table and one of the parent with a higher tone tells them, get up, let the guest sit here. You do it, you go. It is still a trauma and an abuse. At what age does it start? From the time they are in the womb. Because emotions are still the same, exactly the same how an adult feels the emotion. The difference is they do not have the brain or the logical body telling them that this was being said to me, like that reference to context is not there. So that understanding that why this has been said to me and acceptance of it, which comes by default along with it, is missing. So there is no filter. It just comes in. And part of their energy, which ideally, if this is their raw right, should remain with them. Or when we were as a kid, it should remain with us, does not remain with us. Part of that energy, which is fearful, moves out. Part of that energy is still very angry. That part of that energy is still very sad. Part of that energy is still crying. Part of that energy is still very, very frustrated, very fearful. And who we are, what we are, is multiple of those inner children within us. It is our childhood memories. And this is not just the memories. It is that our own fragmented part. Now imagine if I'm a very fragmented person. The wholeness is missing in me. How can I distribute wholeness or completeness, or how do I attract that? And this is me, myself. The problem I have is not with an outside person. Outside person is simply my mirror reflection. Like problem I have is I am fragmented. It's like if my entire outfit is completely torn, and that's the only outfit I have to wear. I do not have a replacement. It's not like an external outfit. If today I don't want to wear that, I can throw it and I can wear another one. I go on changing it. Today I'm wearing this, tomorrow I'll be wearing something else, day after I'll be wearing something else. But the skin that I'm wearing, the skin, the hair, eyes, every day I'll sit with the same skin. I'm not going to change it. The skin protects me from a lot of things. Without that skin, imagine how vulnerable I am. This is my layer. If I go on focusing, if I'm hurt, for example, like if I'm hurt here, and I'm like, okay, what outfit do I wear which will cover? Oh, this outfit is not, it's a little rough, that's why I'm hurt. No, that skin is hurt. Stop focusing on the outfit outside. Whether it is rough, whether it is warm, whether it is cold, whether it is the kind of fabric, the texture. If I focus on rebuilding my skin, my body knows. Even if like you are hurt, your body knows you, even if you do nothing, if one of my skin portion will peel off. Automatically in some time, the new will come up. Isn't it how beautifully divine has designed our bodies? We are doing nothing and it just happens. But somewhere in the process, we have forgotten that we are the capable one. That machine is already being installed from the time we are being born. We just need to believe in that and focus there rather than, does my bandit has a cartoon character? What is the brand of my bandit? My bandit is not doing anything. It's an external layer. What is doing is my body, my inside body, like, it knows how to do it. The same thing happens to our energy bodies. It's our fragmented energy, and I cannot say I'm hurt, so let me peel off all the skin and throw it out. Because this one is hurting me. Because this chipped nail is hurting me, let me remove the entire nail. You can't do that, it hurts. You just need to be careful till it regrows. And you focus there. The external layer are just as a protection. Similarly, your inner child, you cannot tell them to move out from you. What you require to do simply is to heal them, your own inner child, and integrate them back into you. And that makes you complete. And the weirdest part is, for all of us who go on complaining how the outside people are doing injustice, how they pull us down, how they do wrong to us, the core reason behind it is my own inner child. That child which needs to be healed and needs to be integrated back into me. That child has left creating a vacuum by the law of the nature, the law of the universe. Wherever there is an empty space, something else will fill up that space. And then we attract people who will fill up that space. It's like if my glass is half water, half milk, and if I perceive other half glass is empty, it is not empty. It can never remain empty. There is air there. There is still space there. And that's our energy body. It's a concept which has been taught like in a lot of detail to actually heal that inner child. So many times, what happens in the conversation is if the child has been bullied by the outsider or has lived in a very hostile environment. For example, the child lived in an environment where one of the parent or somebody else used to come in the house and used to physically abuse. You have not done your homework. Yeah. I asked you to clean this, one more. You didn't do that. There are times I've seen and I've heard my clients saying that how they were being hit by the belt. And many times, even if they were not being like, I mean, the parents did not abuse, but there was one client where the father, whenever he used to get angry, used to remove the belt and hit himself in front of the children. That is also same as you physically hitting somebody with the belt. They've heard father talking to mother very loudly or give a tight slap to the mother. It's the same abuse that the child feels. There are times that describe that how when the parents used to fight, we used to sit in one corner like shaken up and cry and frozen and do not know what to do about it. There are times a complete adult in the class when I'm teaching them inner child, I'm working on them and I say like, now let's fight back. And they know that, I'm the safest person. But the minute to help them, and if I take the role, they literally are, they're scared. They start running behind people. It's a 35-year-old adult, and they start running behind people. Don't hit me, don't do this. I've done nothing wrong. Not realizing that. I mean, how soon you become vulnerable to that situation? You know, logically, this person is here to help me out. This is the class which is helping me out. You're not hypnotized, you are in a complete aware state. But the past experiences overpower your present. And the minute somebody, and you know what it requires to trigger them? Simply your tone. If I just simply tell them, do that, you are stupid, you are that, they don't get triggered. But I just need to raise my voice and say, why don't you tell this? Yeah. And they are, it just takes fraction of a second to lose our control. Because we are so much impacted by that tone. And that tone can be from a loving father, a loving mother, loving grandmother, loving grandfather, loving uncle, loving aunt, a loving teacher. But the one who never ever realized that my love has no value, what is impacting my child is my tone. I am the worst enemy for this person. And I'm sharing this to let a lot of you realize that probably you are becoming that person, the worst enemy for the person whom you love the most. So this inner child ideally requires a lot of work. It doesn't get healed very quickly or by me simply doing a download. In one of our power class, like where we teach inner child, past life regression, hypnosis, everything, a very, very highly qualified student of ours, I mean, award winning, she had already done so much work in this field, working at the ICU unit and all. And when they pair up, and the partner just asked her, go back to the time from why your heel pain or the pain in your legs comes from. And she went to the childhood school memories. And she always used to describe that how my son hates to go to the school and does so much drama that I'm so tired of looking after him because I cannot. And she went to that memory, and then she described of how the teacher started shouting at her. And she was, I think, 40 or 45 years old lady, highly intelligent, very kind, very sensible. And in that zone, she is literally talking and like literally in this language. And she is like, no, but I don't want to go to school. No, no, don't take me there. Don't take me. The teacher is very bad. I don't like that. I don't want her. Like, no, no, my legs are paining. I don't want to do that. And she is like behaving exactly like a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old. And my, other student got so scared. She ran and she said, what do I do? I said, don't worry, our inner child is talking. And we gave her options. I said, what will we do? So like you actually start talking like a kid. I said, what do we want to do with the kid? Like, no, like, and then she's like, I'll make her eat a chili. She does this, she threw this on me. And I said, yeah, let's do that. She said, usko main mirchi khilaungi na, usko bhi pata chalega. And all. And like how like kiddish way and all, like, and then she is like so happy with it. बहुत मजा आया. अब उसको भी पता चलेगा. Like, I'm so happy. Like now she'll know about it. And I mean, she comes out and there is no pain. There is absolutely no pain. The story I'm sharing is because a lot of you are not from the technical understanding of inner child. And to know that you see logically how much you understand, but this is what you felt, this is what happened to you. And it goes like there is no logic behind it. The adult in you knows it, that the child in me, and probably you may not have a conscious awareness right now. Surprisingly, my clients for cancer, or I mean, where they have gone through the most traumatic period, they have no recall of it. It takes them a very long time. The cancer gets healed, and then they start learning with us. And one of their sister came for a session, and then she described how how the father pulled her hair and took her just to say sorry to the neighbor, because neighbor complained, and my sister was not in fault, but my father was not ready to listen. And the sister was crying and saying, Papa, listen, she has done nothing. But he was not ready. How can somebody complain? And here I'm wondering that, whenever I helped her sister for her cancer, post-stage cancer to be reversed, it got reversed. But why is it that none of my sessions she ever described this? And without any doubts, like after 3 years, she called back and she said, Sangeeta, my current PET scan shows that I may get my cancer again. And our workshop was happening like DNA3, and I said, it's time for you to clear. Without workshop, you are not going to go to that memory in the sessions. It's a very painful memory for you. Because I asked her immediately, calling her, I said, your sister told me this, like you never described. And she said, really, this happened to me? I don't know. I said, like, obviously your sister was crying so much, so this cannot be a lie. And then I know this is a fact. She said, like, yeah, but I have no recall. I said, you need to clear. But she said, I just can't connect. And because her PET scan came negative and she enrolled for the high level class, and without any doubts, obviously it came up. And then like she cried and cried like anything. And that child in her was still so fearful. So this all becomes the reason not only for our sickness, for cancer, for many things. Obviously, this is one of a major reason for our relationship with our children and our relationship with our parents. It is always your own inner child, the child in you, which is still very insecure. And then that is what we call passive aggressive behavior. Many times children do that, and we continue doing that. Passive aggressive behavior is if the mother tells the child, go and keep my purse upstairs, child doesn't want to do that because child is playing and wants to continue playing. Well, child doesn't know how to say no. What will child do very smartly is open the zip of the purse a little bit and do like that, where all the stuff is falling on the way, and now mother gets irritated. It was better that if I would have done that, because he increases the work for the mother. So aggression he wants to show, but they show it and demonstrate it in a very passive way, not being a rebel. So this inner child is sometimes becomes a full-fledged rebel. The way in which Manjusha that they shared that, like I am being given choice by my daughter of what outfit to wear, and then every time she will wear the other outfit. So the child has become a rebel there because like want to prove a point, but at the same time there is a part of the inner child which needs healing because it's constantly still seeking for the approval and feels insecure from the person whom she loves the most. So this whole technical realities are quite deeply ingrained into us. So just explaining that this becomes, if any one of you say that, my relationship changed, but not completely, one of the major reason it needs lot of attention, lot of work. No. So it's almost 9:25. Let's very quickly do a very few rounds of the B and see what part of us we can clear that. So take any hand, you can tap, you can rub, just speak in your mind, or you can say that loudly. Although many times when my children do not listen to me, I do not understand. What I fail to understand is whether it is the inner child in them which is causing this problem, or whether it is the inner child in me which is attracting this problem, so that they become my mirror reflection and I understand. And the minute I change it within myself and allow myself to let my inner child be healed, the minute my energy is complete, what I can attract from my child is also only a very complete energy. But I do not know what game is unfolding here, and I'm unable to then rectify that. I know only one thing, whether it is my inner child or whether it is adult in me. Today I choose to have a very complete energy within myself. I believe that probably I am incapable of healing all those inner children within me, or I'm incapable of healing that all that inner children in my own child. But Creator is a magician, and Creator just requires my intention and that my belief that probably what I don't know, but when I surrender and I allow myself the conscious shift, I release the people from the obligation to teach me lessons of life. I understand my learning. The magic can unfold immediately. So today I choose to deeply and completely love and accept all the inner children within me. and allow them to surrender to the Creator's light, to be transformed, be healed, and integrated back into me, to allow my energies to be complete. Although I realize that as much as somebody else did wrong to me, but they themselves also were the victim of someone else, and the cycle continues. And because of that, they did what they knew the best. But it is my anger, my rage, my inability to forgive them is harming me more than what they harmed me. It's very easy for me to put the blame on them that my life is bad because of them, not realizing that I am harming myself so much as majority of my own energy is being utilized and spent only on thinking of what they did wrong to me. And then I am becoming energy less person. The energyless person that I had become when I was a kid. Many times when I felt I was being bullied, abused, physically somebody hit me, somebody used that angry tone. I got numb, I got frozen. I don't even know what happened to me. The point is not what they did to me. The point is, this is what happened to me. And I require, as I grew up, I require to send a lot of energy of love to this younger me. Today I choose to send a lot of this energy of love to younger me and tell them that do not worry, I am there now to take care of you. Nobody will abuse you, nobody will hit you, nobody will shout at you because I am there to look after you. I love you. Please come back to me and get integrated back into me. I still choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself and heal and integrate that part of me. Although probably I lack the awareness of how to help my own children to heal their inner child, because that will not only help our relationship dynamics, but more than how much it is hurting me to hear that tone from them when they don't listen. Imagine how hurtful they must be that this is the energy they are giving back to me. So if I have pain at the intensity of 10, probably they are holding the pain at the intensity of 100 to give the 10% to me. I just today make an intent to let the right person come or the things unfold where my children be healed from their own inner child and I be able to witness them being very happy, very complete. I still choose to deeply and completely love and accept that part of me which gets shaken to see my child in pain or not understanding, and heal and integrate that part in me now. Both the hands on your chest. Close your eyes, 7 deep breath. Breathe in through the nostril all the positive energy, breathe out through the mouth all the negative energies. So just allow yourself to connect to the center of your chest within your own heart chakra and identify the energy of fear and security within you without attaching any incidents. Just imagine that you are giving a color to your fear. For example, there is a black round ball within you, you visualize, which is and which represents the fear that you have. And probably similar way you give a shape, size, color to your own insecurity. For example, a triangular red color that you may visualize for your insecurity. This is imaginary, it can be any color, any shape, any size. And now just command to let your angel guides come and help you to clear the fear and insecurity from you. Imagine your angel guides coming and taking those shapes, that color, whatever that shape or the color that you have imagined that to be, which represents your fear and insecurity. And as the guides take it and it moves up, 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 all the way up in a very bright golden light to be resolved and healed there in the light of your higher self. As your higher self is connected to the light of the creator of all that is to be transformed. And this energy of fear and insecurity into the energy of love, confidence, courage, security. And imagine now the beautiful, iridescent, pearly white light mixed with the golden and the pink entering into that vacuum which got created where you released your fear and insecurities. And that entire portion is filled with this new light now. And now request your angel guides to give you the gift which will always help you to heal the inner children within you. And whatever is the gift that your mind can see that your angel guide is giving you is the right gift. Take the time to notice what gifts they are giving. And then, with lots of gratitude and thank you, you accept it and as if you are taking it in your hand and integrating it in your heart. In the absence of my voice, allowing you to receive the gift and integrate that into your heart. Visualize the golden light coming from the universe, falling onto you and healing you completely. Creator of all that is, it is commanded to pass unconditional love, light, and healing to everyone present on the group right now. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Creator, show me. Creator of all that is, it is commanded that let each one take the step further to heal their own inner child, allowing to bring a very healthy communication between themselves and their parents, between themselves and their children. They seek the guidance and they be able to get it very clearly through creator's definition and perspective and be able to take that step further without the brain candidly stopping them or blocking them, and that they allow their own inner child to be healed and allowing their own children's inner child to be healed, their parents' inner child to be healed in the most beautiful way. Into every cell of the body, every area of it, at all the four level of the belief work for the highest and best, in the highest and best possible way for each one. Creator of all that is, it is commanded, whoever says yes now or later, these feelings be instilled into them now. Thank you. Take a deep breath in the light and feeling lighter, feeling good. You can come back to the room anytime, whenever you are ready for it. So thank you so much everyone for joining and have wonderful healing unfolding for each one. Do listen to today's talk, like it will give you a lot of memories which may come on the surface, and wishing you all that the adult in you allows to heal the child in you. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow.